Now that's getting kind of confusing, isn't it? Let me tell you a story real quick. Where do kangaroos live?
Australia.
Australia. And even though Australia does have a little bit of rainforest here and there, Australia has a continent that looks also like a giant island. Actually is the driest continent anywhere on the planet that humans inhabit. And some humans have been there as a civilization, the Aboriginal peoples of Australia, for like 35,000 years. But where else do you find these guys? Anywhere else?
Kelly Library.
Kelly Library, Salem, New Hampshire, that's correct. You would also find them in New Zealand and Tasmania, and believe it or not, today you can actually find them hopping around in England. In Great Britain, because some of them escaped from a zoo years ago and established an invasive wild species population. Okay? But here's the thing, are these guys supposed to be in England?
No.
Absolutely not. And so, here's what happened. You go back to the mid-1700s, and people from England and Spain and France and so on sailed their ships down around down around Africa and made their way to Australia. When they got to Australia, they saw things floating in the water that they had never seen before. They'd be bringing their ship in and then taking their little boat to get on land, and all of a sudden they'd look and they'd see what looks like a giant floating log. They'd be like, dude, push that log away from the boat so it doesn't bump into and hurt our boat. And somebody would take a paddle and push the log, and all of a sudden, chomp, there goes the end of the paddle, because it wasn't a log, it was a... Kangaroo, no. Kangaroos don't float in the water and look like a log. Alligator is an excellent guess, but alligators don't like salt water. Alligators live in fresh water. It's a crocodile is correct. They've never seen those up in Europe because that's too far away from the equator for crocodiles. They had never seen koala bears up in the tree or Tasmanian devils in the ground. And when they looked across the Australian outback, they saw these weird, kind of freaky bunny rabbit looking things hopping around. And you know what they did, right? They're like, this place is crazy. I've never seen animals and plants like this. So they went to the Aborigines and they said, excuse me.